another of the many miracles concerning angels, especially Archangel Michael. He said, I protect not only the Air Force fighters, but also the submarines of the Greek Navy, the Greek fleet, said Archangel Michael. Because, brothers, we live in a war climate and events that describe battles and losses and chaos, we recall the words of the Holy Soul, and which we pointed out in the past, and he told us the commander-in-chief, the brigadier, picked me up and took me in his own way to a squadron of Greek fighter planes. We know that Archangel Michael is the protector saint of the Air Force. So he says, there he showed me how familiar he was with all that I did not know. Then he picked me up and we were inside the closed and narrow spaces of our submarine, saying to me, I protect not only the fighter planes of the Air Force, but also the submarines of the Greek Navy. We would also say, since the neighbor messed up the crews of our submarines, to have an image of the Archangel near them, just like our pilots do. Now, you know that the pilots have a little icon, a little pocket icon of the Archangel Michael stuck on their controls. So he says that the submarine commander should also do the same. This is by Dr. Konstantin Rathakas. He says, P.S. Some may consider these due to unbelief to be graphic, but these simple souls who receive these messages as above operate at that frequency that makes them familiar and friends of saints. Now, let me tell you some miracles that I have had with the angels, but specifically Archangel Michael. But before that, I want to tell you that when we went to a visit to the UK to Warwick Castle, you start from the basement and then you go all the way up. And on the basement, there were some people that were there were smelters, they were smiths, okay? And they were making chain link armor. And behind the this worker there were a lot of people, so we were going very slowly, stagnant in some places. We had stopped right in front of this man, and he had two icons behind him that were little, I would say 4" by 4", and they had saints on them, okay? They were chiseled saints on them. And I said to him, I recognized who they were. And I asked him, do you know who those saints are? He said, I don't know who they are, but we know that the knights of the Crusaders, they used to wear them under their armor right next to their heart. They were wearing them with chains right next to their heart. And inside there's a little sliding thing in the on top, and they put relics inside, like holy unction, or perhaps something that a piece of cloth, something that the saint would wear. So that's what they found underneath the bodies, the armor of the Crusaders. So they were wearing these protection amulets of the icons of saints. And I said, do you know who they are? One of them is St. George, the other is St. Demetrius. He said, oh, I didn't know. I said, yes, St. George is the patron saint of England. So he didn't even know, even though he told us the story of how the Crusaders were wearing these icons. Now, the next thing, after I read, at the beginning of my conversion, after I read a book on angels and a book on Archangel Michael, I was walking along this street in my neighborhood, which was very deserted, and there was a pack of wild dogs, okay? I didn't have a cane with me. I had nothing with me. All I had is I was trembling with fear. Trembling with fear. I said, at any moment now, they're going to attack me and devour me. Okay, nobody's going to help me. Nobody's here to hear me. And there was one dog, a black dog, following me right next to my ankles. And he followed me all the way up to my house. I opened up the gate of the house and I got in. I said, oh my God, thank God I'm home safely. And then I realized that the whole time these packs of wild dogs were next to me, I was praying for the protection of the Archangel Michael. But the funny thing is that, Jesus Christ has humor, and sometimes he lets us know how he protects us very simply. Another time we were going on a 3-day week in the beginning of September before school started for the kids. And we went to this beautiful little beach area just north of Athens for our last summer swimming. And when we came back home, I couldn't find my house keys to open the house. And my husband started laughing at me. He said, "Oh, you never lost your keys, and where are your keys and all this, you know?" So he had opened with his keys. And I said, "My God, what's the matter with me? I never ever lost my keys. Never, even when I was small." So I was looking for my keys, nowhere to be found. At one point, our gardener rang our doorbell, and he said to me, he says, I was it was very strange that as I was passing by your house, I noticed a bunch of keys on the gate, on the outside gate, and they were there like for days. And he said, at one point when I was passing again, I saw the keys there. I realized you were gone. So I took the keys, and I put the bunch of keys, into your letterbox. I said, "What?" He said, "Yes, they're in your letterbox." I said, "Oh my God." Before I left the house, I asked that Archangel Michael protect our home as we were away. Because in the area we lived, there were a lot of break-ins, of course. So 3 days, the keys were on the gate, on the outside gate. There were the house keys, a whole bunch of house keys. And the gardener found them and put them in the letterbox. And you know what the name of the gardener was? Yes, you guessed it. It was Michael. I said, and I told him the whole thing. I said, "You won't believe what Christ did to me. And it's not by coincidence that you're Michael. Michael found the keys. It's because Archangel Michael is trying to tell me, yes, I hear your prayers. I'm protecting you." This is amazing. That's Christ's humor. I mean, he takes care of the simple things so well. So have no fear, our saints and our angels and Archangel Michael, the commander-in-chief of the angels and the angelic forces, who took the light from the fallen angel Lucifer, stands well, and he is the protector of Israel. And we are, of course, the new Israel. So God bless you all as we head into the beautiful season of Christ's incarnation, of Christmas. And these icons are very, very old icons, about 1,000 years old, of the miraculous icons of the Archangel Saint Michael in Greece. And we know that some icons have been touched by the Holy Spirit, and that's why they're miraculous. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.